Hello everyone and welcome. So now that we have discussed the project, let's start building it. So the first thing which you need if you want to work with React on your computer is that you need to have Node.js and npm installed on your computer. So if you have not installed Node.js and npm on your computer, so you need to go to this website which is nodejs.org and click on this link right here, this button, which is recommended for most of the users. So just click on this button right here, and this will download installer for Node.js on your PC. So once it is downloaded, you just double click on it and just follow the instructions for the installation. I'm not doing it because I've already installed Node.js and npm on my computer. So if you've not, so you just follow this process. So once you've followed all the instructions and installed successfully Node.js on your computer, then you're good to go. Now, what about npm? So you don't need to worry about npm, because if you install Node.js from this installer right here, then npm is automatically installed on your computer. So you don't need to worry about that. So now that you have installed Node.js and npm on your computer, the next thing which you need is a code editor. So if you have a code editor, then skip this part, and if you have not installed any code editor, so I personally use this, which is Visual Studio Code or VS Code. So I will prefer you to use this code editor, as we will be using this today while coding. So if you have not installed this, you can just go to this website, which is code.visualstudio.com/download. So once you arrive at this website, you can just download it according to your operating system. If you are a Windows user, you can download it here according to the configurations, 32 or 64-bit. Next, if you are a Linux user, you can download it from here, and if you're a Mac user, you can download it from here, a zip file. So that's about it. Once you've downloaded the Visual Studio Code, and just go to the file path where it is downloaded and just install it. So it's the regular installation process, so which is like same for all the softwares on Windows or any other platform. So just install it, and once you've installed it, just open it by double clicking on the icon. So let me just show you how it will look like once you open it. So this is how it will look like once you open the Visual Studio Code. So this is how it looks at the beginning when you're not created your any project or something like that. So this is what you will see. Next, what you need to do is you need to open the terminal. You can see this tab right here that says terminal. So just click on it and just click new terminal. You can also open this by using a shortcut, which is controlled plus backtick, the key above the tab. It's called backtick. So just press control plus backtick and the terminal will be open. So I've used WSL on my computer and configured it to my VS Code. WSL means Windows Subsystem for Linux, which is Ubuntu. So this terminal you see here is an Ubuntu terminal, and all the Linux commands are executable on this. So you might not be having this, and if you click on terminal and you open the terminal, you might be opening command prompt CMD. So that is totally fine, that is perfectly okay. You don't need to worry about it if you are not having WSL. All of the commands which I'm going to use today can be executable on WSL or on command prompt. They all are same, so we don't need to worry about it. So once you've installed Node.js and npm, you can just check it by running this command, which is first you have to check the npm. So if you want to check npm is installed or not installed on your computer, you need to run this command, which is npm space -v. So this will show you the version of the npm if it's installed. As you can see, I've installed npm, so I will see the version, and if the npm is not installed, that means you will get some error, and it will show you some error like command not recognized or something like that. So that's an indication that npm is not installed correctly. So just install it once again, and npm and node, same I can do for the node also, by tapping the command node -v. So you will see it. I know my node is little not updated, but it's fine, it will work for us. So I'll just clear the mess up, and now we're gonna create a folder. a directory in which all of the project files will be present. So let me create a directory. So I'll type a command which is mkdir. This is same for this is on Ubuntu. So you can if you're on Windows, you can create a directory or folder manually, and I will type the name of the directory. So the name, you can give any name to the directory. That's not a compulsion that you need to give certain name. So I'll give as food order app, food order app, and then I'll hit enter, and then I'll go to this particular directory, food order app. Now I am inside the directory, and I'll clear the mess, and I'll see now I can see that the food order app directory is completely empty. Now what I need to do is I need to install the React app. So how you need to install React or React project in your computer? So you need to do this process every time when you create a new React project. So let me show you the first step of installing or creating a React app. So you need to type this command, which is npx space create React app. There is a hyphen in the middle, just keep in mind that, and then space, and then this will give the name of the app. Space, after space you have to give the name of the app. It can be any name, you can give any name, any string, just don't provide spaces. There should not be spaces in the name. So I will provide a name like food order app. I'll provide the same name, then I will hit enter. So now the React project is going to install in a folder, and you need to just go to that folder and check what are the things. Once the installation is complete, you need to just go back and see. So this can take up to several minutes. It can also take 5 minutes, it can also take 10 minutes. So this completely depends on the processing power of your PC. So for me it usually takes 5 to 6 minutes. It can take 10 minutes to you for you, or it can even take 3 minutes for you. It totally depends on your PC. So don't need to worry if it takes a little lot, it takes a little more time than usual. You need to just be patient and just see till the installation is completed. So if that doesn't work, if this command doesn't work, and if you see any error while installing this command, installing this project, so that means there is something wrong with the installation of Node.js and npm. So what you need to do is you need to follow the steps again which I showed you earlier to install Node.js and npm. So just follow those steps and then come back and then do this all of the steps freshly in new environment. So this is what you need to do. React project has been installed here, and it can take up to several minutes. So once it's installed, we'll do rest of the work. So let's wait till it gets installed on our PC. Hello guys, so now as you can see, the React app has been installed successfully. So how do you know if the React app is installed or not successfully? So once you receive this message which says happy hacking, so this means that the React app has been successfully installed on your folder, whichever folder you chosen to install. So to check that, you need to just run the command ls, and you can see a new folder has been created inside the main folder. So let's just go into that folder using cd and tab. So now if I run ls command, you will see all of the files and folders which are being created using the command which we run, which is create React app. So this was it. Now let's open this up inside our VS Code. So how we'll open is just go to this, maybe we can just open it through here only. So to open it up from here, we need to just run the command, which is code and space dot. This will run, just hit enter. So now you can see our project folder is being opened in the Visual Studio Code. So this is how the project structure looks like. So this is all given to us from the command npx create react app. So I have not even created a single file now. This all files and folders are being created by default from that command and are given to us. So this is a very good thing, that you don't need to create anything in the beginning. So everything is given to us in the beginning. So let's just review every folder and file, what is it, and let me explain it to you, the folder structure of a React project. So the first thing here is the node modules. So you don't need to touch this folder, you don't need to open it or delete something from it. It's a very important folder, but you don't need to add or delete anything from this folder. The next is the public folder. It contains all of the public information, all of the public files which needs to be rendered in the browser. So in this folder, usually the main file which is important is the index.html file. This is the only file which is important in this folder. So as you can see, this is the index.html file, and it's very important to have this file, because when we open a website in the browser, what we see like on the browser, it's all HTML. HTML is the only thing which gets rendered on the renders on the browser. So this is all HTML, and this all comment and all, we don't need this, so we will just remove it to make things little bit look little cleaner. So you can also do it if you like, but there's no, because these all are comments and it doesn't have any effect. Okay, next we'll go to the src folder, or the source folder. This is the most important folder of our project, and this contains all of the important information about the project, and 99% of the time we will be working on this under this folder only. We'll be creating subfolders and files under this folder only, so you need to be careful with this folder. So the first thing is the app.css, which is associated with the app.js file. So let me just explain you the app.js file. So this can be considered as the root component under which all the component gets rendered. So this is like the root component, like any component we create, so that component will be rendered in this app.js file. So next we have app.test.js, so we don't need this. And we have index.css, which is associated with index.js file. So in the index.js file, you can see the app component is being rendered. So the root component is rendered in the index.js file. So this is at the top level. So this also has a document.get element by id root. So what is this id root, where this is coming from? So just remember, we went to the public folder and we went to the index.html. Here we have a div which has an id of root. So this is the id which is used here in the index.js. You can see here, this is the id which is used. So no need to get confused about these comments and all. We'll going to clean it up in just a moment. So let me first just show you how this project will look if you run this project, how this will look in your browser. So for that, you need to open the terminal with control plus backtick, and you need to go to this folder, food ordering web app, and we need to go to the main project folder, and you can see these all are the things which are present under our folders. Now we need to run one simple command to run the server for our project, and that command is npm space start, that is start, and just hit enter. So this will take few seconds to load, and this will let our server go live, and it will reflect all of the changes which we make here in the browser. So we can just open the link in the browser of our local host, and all the changes will be reflected right into our browser. So as you can see, it is starting the development server, so this will take few more seconds, and after that we can see our website live on the local host. And these are all the other things. There is package lock.json, package.json, so don't need to touch on any of this. So as you can see, our server is started, and you can see the information here that your server is running on this URL. This is a localhost URL. You can just copy it or paste into the browser, or even if you don't, I think it might have been opened in the browser. So just click it, and now let me just open the browser. Okay, so we are in the browser right now, and we open that app, the URL which was provided in the terminal. So this is how the default React project looks into the browser, looks like in the browser. So whenever you install a React project and you don't do anything, you don't make any changes to it, and you directly run away, just run the server away, so this is what we are going to see in the browser. So this is how it looks in the browser. So let me just make some changes and show it to you how this actually looks if you make some changes, if you just make some changes to, you know, to the project. So first of all, let me do some cleaning, and let me show you what are the things you don't need to keep and you just have to delete. So the first file here is the app.test file. Just select this, and then select this logo.svg, then select this report web vitals, then also select this setup test.js. Select all of this using the control, and then just delete all of these files. But be careful, don't delete app.js or index.js. Just delete whatever I am showing you, nothing extra than that, nothing more than that. Just delete these 4 files. Okay, then hit delete and just hit enter. So this will be deleted. As you can see, this is deleted, and you will get some errors, of course, because some file has been deleted and those files were imported somewhere. So that's why we are getting in, but don't worry, we'll figure it out. So in the app.js file, we don't need anything now. Like as of now, we don't need anything, so we'll delete all of the things which were provided by React to us, and we'll just write hello world. So, and we'll save it, and next we go to our index.js file and see what are the things we need to change here. So we don't need this report web vitals, and we don't need this also. This all, we'll just delete it, and then we'll save. Probably this should run now, and let me just go to app.js, and okay, all good here. And I think something is being imported which is not present, and I can't see it either. So logo.svj is being imported somewhere in our app. So let me just see how this all works, and how, where it's being imported. And so we found out that in the app.js file there is this logo which is being imported, which we have already deleted, so it cannot find it. So we delete this line from here because we don't need that logo anymore. And now you can see things are perfect, and let me just show you, and let me just go to the browser and show you how this looks now. So let me just go to the browser, and let me just show you how this looks. So now I'm in the browser, and you can see hello world, which we typed, we can see it. And now let me just type something else, and let me just type something else and show it to you. Now let me just provide an h1 tag, maybe h1, and this is taking some time, I don't know why. And but we will write another, maybe heading. So we'll just save it, and we'll go to the browser, and we'll go to the browser and see, okay, another heading is being rendered here. So this is what we need to do now. We will make changes and we will see the reflected changes in the browser. So this is what we need to do. The project structure is like this only. Just close this public folder. We don't need it. We don't need to make any changes. And remember, don't delete any other folders or files rather than which I showed you. Okay, so now let me just stop the server and let me just clear all of it. And now we want to install some more packages which we are going to need further when we move forward while creating this project. The first thing which I told you in the introduction video also, that you need to install, we will be using React Router DOM for the routing and navigation. So we will run a command which is called npm install react hyphen router hyphen dom. So just run this command and hit enter. So this will be installing React Router DOM to our React project. So this doesn't come by default with React. So you don't. So you need to install it like by running this command solely. So don't need to worry. Just one simple line, and then React Router DOM will be installed in your project. Okay, so this will take just few seconds, not even more than a minute. It will just take like 20 to 30 seconds, and the React Router DOM will be installed on your project. So as you can see, it's installed. Next we need to install Material UI. So let me just take you to the website of Material UI, and let me just go, yeah, here it is. Okay, it's opening. So this is the website of Material UI, and this is what we'll be using for icons in our project. And remember, Material UI is a really important, or you can see it's an awesome UI library. If you're working with React, you can create forms, you can create nav bars and all. Like, it provides you a lot of easy life. So just you need to install it by this command. Just click here and it will be copied, and you just go back to your VS Code terminal and just paste that command and just press enter. So this will be installing all of the Material UI components which we can use anytime. So this will just be installing all of that. And next we need to install one more thing, which is Material UI icons. So that for that we need to run a separate command. Now you might be thinking that why I'm running so much of commands. So don't worry, this one would be the last command. Then we don't need to run any command, like we don't need to install any other like external package. Then we'll be working inside our project only. So let just this install, which is the Material UI, and then we'll be installing the Material UI icons. So this takes a little time, like, because it's like around 10 or 12 MB, I guess. I don't know exactly. So this is being done. Till then, let me just take you to the website of to the React Router DOM on npm. Let me just show you how important this is. You can see on npm it's downloaded so much. It's like really popular, and that's why we are using React Router DOM in our website. So let us just go back to our VS Code and check. Okay, it's being installed, and now we will install icons hyphen material. Okay, so this you need to install. Just type this command and hit enter. This will install all the icons on Material UI of Material UI, and then you can use it in your project. Like, you can use any of the icons. So you need to just go to the Material UI website, and then you can just go to maybe search, and then you can go to icons, Material icons. So this will provide you the entire list of the icons which you can use in your project. So it's taking a little time, just wait till it loads, and you can see there's an entire list of the icons. You need to just search here and you just copy and just copy the code and then import it in your code. So we'll do it in our project, so no need to worry about it. So let's just go back to our VS Code and let's just see if it's installed. So this is installing. Actually, it will take few seconds, not more than few seconds, and then we are done with the installation and setup of the environment of our project. Every installation will be completed. This will be the last installation from a third party. So let's just see how much time it takes, and then we are good to go, and then we'll be creating a beautiful website. So we will be creating the, first of all we'll be like creating components one by one, and then we'll be rendering it into the main component. So till it's done, let me just create a folder here in the source where we will be creating our components. So I will create a folder called components and hit enter. In the source folder I created a folder which is components. So inside this I will be creating the components, and then I will be rendering it into the main which is app.js. So as you can see, the Material UI icons have been installed. Now we are done with installation. We have installed React Router DOM, we have installed Material UI, we've installed Material UI icons. So we're done with the installation and setting up the environment, setting up our React project. So in the next part we will be creating navbar, and then we'll be moving forward to the other components by then. So see you in the next video. Thank you.